TP League June. Our first game, our first map, at least on this stream. Lin and Soin happened earlier. Unfortunately, we missed it. But we are going to be here for the rest. Thank you, CN, with the resub. We see an Archmage opening by HawK. That much we could of course expect. Human opening builds are not much, there's not much variance in them until we get to a possible expansion. And for LawLiet we see the Warden. She's back! After the demon has been hit with a nerf hammer, we've been seeing more Warden play again. A hero that is hit or miss oftentimes in most players' hands. Oh, the sound is maybe a bit high. Maybe just for me. Wait a minute. I think it's okay. Tell me how the sound is, guys. I can adjust. Thank you, Sepp Soren, with the resub and Hybrid Minds. Yeah, back to the Warden, though. In most players' hands, she can look quite underwhelming at times, but of course LawLiet is the master. Ever since 2014 and 15, he has shown the world how good he can be with his hero, and has been the bane of the human's existence for a long time. Most recently, of course, that was the Demon Hunter, but those days now seem to be behind us, which means we are ushering into a new era, a new chapter in this matchup. Level 2, early on. Archmage, not the worst items. Claws and gauntlets. Warden, not so lucky. Ring and cloak. Not exactly what she wants. She either wants agi and bonus damage, or bonus mana. Didn't get any of that. Oh, LawLiet went for a very fast mercenary pull. Enables him to get the Shadow Priest early on. Being a big help against the Watch Elementals, of course. Very good movement on the Archmage. Look at that, how he's keeping distance between the Warden and himself. If you fall asleep on the wheel, and you take a few too many hits, things can get dangerous, so you gotta be very fast with your reactions and with where you move your AM. And so far this is looking pretty solid by HawK. But the most dangerous thing is yet to come. Warden now with the boots. Now it's time to chase. Oh, Archmage trying to man-fight with the footies. Is that the right call? Might be able to force the Warden back. But of course, the Warden can heal easily from the Moonwells and the Shadow Priest. Whereas the Archmage doesn't have that luxury. Obviously, HawK teched quite some time ago. You see it there in the overlay in the bottom right. His tech, I believe, is slightly ahead of the Night Elf. But not by much. And so with that, a rifle push is the most likely outcome to happen here strategy-wise. What is LawLiet gonna do? I would expect, and I would suggest, a Naga second. I touched on it briefly earlier. If you go for the Naga, along with the Warden and Boots and Shadow Strike, you have great single target pick-off potential. Especially against priests and stuff, but also possibly against heroes. If you find yourself in the right position. Great Ancient of War usage here by LawLiet as well. Of course, that's also something he's known for. The Warden and great creeping. Archmage having to run. Let's have the boots himself. And this is an important play by HawK. He figures out that the opponent is doing the creep here at the Cobalt camp. If you can steal the last hit, you can prevent level 3 Warden, which would be huge. With the AM being pressured, low HP, having to run. It's hard to really contest this camp, so we're waiting for the second hero. HawK wants to get something from the tavern. What's he gonna get? Naga for him. And immediate return Naga from LawLiet. Oh, and he gets the level 3 as well. Now he's got the Shadow Strike. Cold Arrow coming in as well. Taking a lot of damage on his hero. There's even a dust against the Warden having to run back now. And there was already a shop for HawK. Already a Regent Scroll for HawK. You can pop that in a moment once the dot is over. But the Warden is sticking around. The Blink is now ready, trying to strike. Has to TP out. Everything for LawLiet is extremely hurt. His own Naga almost went down. 20 HP. Good thing for LawLiet is he didn't tap too much into the Moon Juice just yet. Will certainly have to do so now. While he's on the way to tier 3. And creeping up a little bit more. Ring plus... Oh no, it's Claws plus 4. That's right. TP being gone already is a bit scary. Wait, is the AM just dead? There's no invuln ready yet, only at daytime. But LawLiet doesn't want to fully commit in yet. He doesn't feel that impatient. Also an AP being set up by LawLiet. He is certainly expecting to get pushed. But when exactly is that gonna be? First Priest certainly helps out for healing. Great against the damage over time, especially from the Shadow Strike. But the bears are on the way. And HawK is on a clock. The later the game goes, the more bears that there are, the worse the rifles are gonna fare. Wait, is he thinking about a tier 2 expo? Pulling back the militia. Normally tier 2 expansions don't really work. It takes too long to actually be ready then to push. You have to invest in the expansion for a long time. And by the time that you do have the army, that you do have the supply needed to fight, the Night Elf will probably have an expansion of his own. And also just simply have plenty of bears out already. So HawK knows time is of the essence. Big heal potion found here. Never bad. What does HawK have? He's got Scourge Bone Chimes, which are terrible. But he found a big healing as well. That's very good for him. Protects him against the Warden Focus Fire. Naga now level 3 for HawK. And now it's time. It's time to go. There's no more time to waste. Keeper 3rd by LawLiet. He might be going all in on the hero kill. And considering the potions that HawK has, maybe that's going to be the wrong choice. We'll see. Great defensive setup here by LawLiet. Nice base build with the Moonwell stuff. Shot position in the back. Ancient of War, Ancient Protector. They need some repair as well. Or some detonates. Either or. Which duration, of course, is long over. The Wands of Illusion soaking up a lot of damage. One bear might even be going down here with the target fire. Oh my god! Last second heal from the Moonwell, but not for long. Here now come the Wisps. The Keeper is out. It is Entangle on level 1. Oh, and the detonators were big. Did you see them landing from the caster background? All the Sorks now completely out of mana. Second bear does go down though. Good target fire. But speaking of target fire, Archmage takes a good bit of damage. But can sort of shrug it off. He had to use the heal potion. And now it's the Warden in trouble herself, but she had the big healing as well. Supply still very even. LawLiet gonna fall back. The Keeper in trouble perhaps, but the staff does save him. Naga for LawLiet, almost level 3 as well. They want to go for lightning then. You see the damage over time stacking up. Your plus the Tangle and Shadow Strike. Oh, there's the Fog Lightning. Level 2 Zap, doing some good damage. Now doesn't seem to have much left. Neither does LawLiet, but he has strong heroes still. 3 of them left. Good, very hurt, getting slowed, but falling back. The AP still up. Very important. Keep this AP standing for so long. The Warden! Oh my god, that was so close. Don't know where the staff was on the Naga, but didn't have to get used. LawLiet really playing on the edge and barely making it work. It seems like. Potion needed again. The Naga now exposed. Second hero for HawK. Dropping low. In serious trouble. Might be going down, but there's an invuln still to save her. Warden had to be staffed out. She's almost level 4, by the way. Big level for her to have the cheap blink. Makes her very mobile. And maybe it's not quite over yet. Another bear falls. But very important, the fact that this AP is still standing. Legion of War bought the time. The AP is still up. Great help here in the defense. And there we go. That's level 4 for the Warden. It's level 2 for the Keeper. And with that, it seems like LawLiet has finally held this. And now, of course, it's all LawLiet's advantage. He's got the tier 3 advantage. He's got the triple hero advantage. And in the case of Night Elf, it also means that he can go for plenty of staffs later. Second staff should already be available. And also orbs. And also just simply more bears. That's probably the most important thing. Just get out more bears. LawLiet is definitely skipping on upgrades, trying to have as many resources as he possibly could have for more army. He doesn't have Ultravision, he doesn't have Wellspring, he doesn't even have Abolish. That's what I was thinking about. But he got it now. Abolish finally researched. Now he's going to have very valuable Dispel of the Dryads as well. We're trying to pick off reinforcements. Don't have that much damage though, only by themselves. Is mostly designed to buy time. Oh, and look at that. The Dryads pulling the army out of position and LawLiet steals the big creep. Really cool. That's a great play. That's a world-class play. Super sick. HawK seems to be bleeding out. What can he still do? The options are few and far between. Oh, trying at the red camp. He's got good hero levels. Ooh, that's one hell of a creep jack. Even late game circuit being bought here. We've seen that very popular recently. Naga taking a lot of damage, but that's what the invuln's there for. LawLiet losing a bit in this attack. Good defense by HawK here. Takes out 2 units. Now loses the rifle as well, though. Heal throw has to be used as well. Warden is still active in the back, going for the Naga. There's a cloak on her as well. The 2 heroes sort of hiding next to each other right there. That wasn't the worst for HawK. But now he doesn't have an invuln anymore. And also, he doesn't have a heal scroll anymore. Trying to get a new item from the shop. But they might be on cool now. Now we do have Ultravision. Now we do have Wellspring. LawLiet was able to buy the time for the upgrades. And now he can target fire. No cloak to save her, but there's a new invuln. That one just came fresh ready off the shop. But the next one's going to take a long time. Warden revealed. Has to blink out. Oh. I don't think he got quite the dispel on the rejuve. So in the end, HawK gets the red camp, goes into upkeep. 55 supply now for him. But LawLiet also will be able to join into upkeep in just a moment's time. And get the next red. LawLiet has played a beautiful game here. Beautiful game defensively against the rifle push. Big item. Big experience. What's he gonna get? Cloak of Flames, probably not that good on a Warden. He will have to dart in and out. Don't think he can really stay there in the middle of everything. If he can, though, it's sick. And now LawLiet going to 58. Level 3 Water Elementals. If they can survive, they will be strong. But the Dryads, of course, will try to get the Dispel off as quick as they can. Level 2 Entangle on the Keeper as well. We got 2 Orbs of Venom. And LawLiet seems to be super ready for this push. Get the Moonstone active. Lots of Moonwell juice still available. And this AP. This AP has been so very helpful. Warden jumps in. Didn't sell the cloak. In the middle of everything, indeed, she stands. She has to be focused here. HawK has to force this Warden away from his backline. But that means the Bears can probably connect. Next Water Elemental summoned. Warden indeed dropping low. But blinks back to the Moonwells. And there we go. Beautiful full heal. The Dryads went down. And there wasn't too much Dispel. Useful. Not much abolished mana magic left anymore. I said that wrong. HawK though, kiting backwards. Still not out of this quite yet. LawLiet's levels are looking scary though. 4, 4, and 3. If they level up once more, it's certainly over. Oh, everything is indeed taking plenty of damage. HawK needs a heal scroll so badly. Doesn't have one though. Has to run back. Get the next heal scroll from the shop. Very impressive that LawLiet was able to hold on here so well with only a single staff the whole game. Really a masterclass of what you have to spend money on to survive and what you can save on to survive. Alright, one last round of items. One more heal scroll for HawK. No invuln though. It's a bit scary. Also scary is the Warden level 4.7. If she gets 5, it's gonna be even more deadly, the Shadow Strike. There we go again. The Warden to the back, drawing a lot of attention to herself. Water Elementals trying to block in the front. Oh. No. The stream is lagging. Sorry about that. Supply-wise now, LawLiet taking a big lead. Up by 15 and more. And LawLiet has made it work. Warden opening, his favorite hero. Best Warden player in the world. But she wasn't alone this time. She had lots of help from the Naga and the Keeper. He will kill towards the end. Even the Keeper gets level 4 and HawK has to tap out finally. GG it is. And the 1-0 for LawLiet. Really well done. Beautiful play by LawLiet indeed. That was about as good as you can do it. That rifle push can be scary. If you make some mistakes, if you get caught off guard, that rifle push can come in with some heal scrolls, you know, the peasants and stuff. All that sustain and can break your neck and kill you. But LawLiet knew precisely. Knew precisely what he had to do. That was the first map, the neutral map. Next map coming up is HawK's choice, and he picked Twisted. That used to be considered the best Warden map out there. To be fair, you could argue that Terranos Stand is even better for the Warden, but Terranos Stand is so good for an MK that it still ends up being not so good for Night Elf. Whereas Twisted Meadows was always considered extremely good for Warden and tough for Human, but nowadays maybe with the easier natural creep for Human, with the easier green camps, maybe that changes things. I don't think I've seen humans yet really prioritize Twisted so much against Elf, so I'm curious what HawK here has planned. Maybe it's something unique. We'll see. It could then again just be another rifle push. Normally Twisted Meadows is a map made for 2-base, made for macro games. But if you want to ignore that and just go for a 1-base timing, that is also something you can do. Alright, we should be getting underway here in a moment. When we were looking at the group ahead of time, we were all thinking that Lin versus LawLiet in the upper bracket final was going to be the most likely. But Soin already threw a spanner in the works there. Earlier, Soin beating Lin 2-0. That was the first big surprise of the tournament. And that means that Soin could take first place, but first he would have to get through either HawK or LawLiet. Of course, only one map is not too much to judge by yet, but that performance there looked certainly very, very impressive by LawLiet. Let's see if we can continue this. Mountain King first on HawK side, and he finds himself against the Demon Hunter, which is never the matchup that you want to have. I feel like the new state of the patch fits players like LawLiet really well, because he's no longer so predictable. Some players, if they're predictable, it doesn't matter. Players like Colorful, because even if the meta is a little harder, you know, to assess, Colorful is still going to play the same stuff all the time. Whereas LawLiet can always switch it up and always play the different styles well. That means, if we're in the meta, where Keeper and Warden and Demon Hunter are all kind of the same strength, that is really good for LawLiet. And so he picks the Demon Hunter here. Should be immolation creeping first. And that is not what you want to see when you have an MK first. MK first means this will be a fast expansion. The question is whether LawLiet will counter expand. Big items here at the start. These can be game-winning items. Bell of Giant Strength is pretty damn good for the Demon Hunter. It's not exactly game-winning, perhaps, but it is very good. Early game, late game, doesn't matter. And for the MK, Scourge Bone Chimes. Okay early. For the MK, it's actually very good. If he gets into a bit of a tussle with the Demon Hunter, he can recover health slowly over time. Super late game, of course, with Knights, it would be very good. But if we ever see Knights, is very questionable. We do have an Arcane Tower early. Very important to have against Demon Hunter Harass. Wait, is he trying to creep this camp? No, he just bought the second circle. Losing the Archer, though, for no reason. There was literally no reason to have the Archer in end-snare range. First mistake by LawLiet. Wait, he has plus 10 strength already, right? Super beefy demon. And getting a ring is actually not bad at all for him. He's going to allow the Mountain King here to creep the natural without too much trouble. Don't think really he by himself could even do that much. But he wants to buy a Telly Staff and maybe harass in the main base. But as we saw earlier, there is a tower. Put enough energy for the MK. Late game could be very good. Right now it doesn't really matter because he's going to be out of mana anyways. Speaking of out of mana, so is the demon. And he's drained completely, but he can still do some right clicks. But this should cost him the TP. Unless he staffs right now before the MK arrives. Oh, and he does just that. Killing some peasants. Forcing them off the line as well. Oh, look at that. Leading through the forest. And this is gonna be level 3. Nice play by LawLiet, who has no units at the moment at all. 20 supply only. It's just wisps and a demon hunter. Wait. Oh, he doesn't have mana burn. Really? Against a Mountain King. That's kind of crazy. Oh, HawK has the power build bug. Wait, does he? Maybe he just didn't have the lumber. Okay, he just didn't have the lumber. Very effective harass by the Demon Hunter. This expansion is slowed down by so much. And LawLiet, oh, that's why the Wisp was there. He stole the Shredder. Hank Schrader joining LawLiet's forces. And that's so annoying for HawK. He would have loved to have this damn Shredder. Cheeky, cheeky plays. Oh, LawLiet is, by the way, holding the skill point. And microing the Shredder. Doesn't want to lose it to the MK. That would be painful. Here comes the Panda. Panda, Demon, Shredder harass. Have fun, peasants. Oh, and the arcade is far from finished. It's level 2 immolation, baby. Burn. Burn, baby, burn. And this game is looking a bit rough for HawK already, isn't it? Yikes! Ooh. Breath of Fire as well. HawK is hoping, begging, pleading with LawLiet, trying to force him home. But I don't think LawLiet wants to leave. He's enjoying this party. He's going to cancel the Agents of Lore there, but he's going to set up new ones right away. Sorry guys, sometimes the stream lags a bit. Expansion is dead. That expansion is absolutely giga dead. MK TPing home. I don't think he can beat these heroes. No way. Breath of Fire and Immolation. Absolutely no way. Oh my god. Look at that Demon Hunter damage. 6,100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. The beauty of Immolation. Shredder's actually going to go down here, but the damage that is being done is insane. Absolutely giga worth. And even at an eye towards the end. Great Demon Hunter play here by LawLiet. At least he is out of mana. Sort of. And now we even have a Shredder coming in. Demon Hunter can't even be forced to TP. And the first series for HawK is looking really rough indeed. At least LawLiet doesn't have an expansion yet. Sapper! Oh, does he see it in time? Kaboom! No, he doesn't. Oh my god, dude. The lab play by LawLiet, absolutely sick. Level 4 now on the Demon. I mean, this game This game is over. LawLiet could comfortably now tech to tier 3 if he wants. But right now he just wants to have a bit more fun with his Zeppelin. Unloading the demon over and over. What do you do? No anti-air. What do you do? Panda is back for round number 2. Oh, Jesus. Poor HawK. We have a second Shredder as well. Oh, and yeah, now come the Dryads. Oh, and with that we got the slow. I'm very surprised LawLiet isn't going tier 3. He just went for a second Zeppelin. Which was full HP. LawLiet. 2 Shredders, 2 Zeppelins, 2 Heroes, and 1 Sapper to victory on map 2. Very impressive showing. Quite flashy as well. It wasn't too far away from being BM. But that would be too much. Yeah. Wouldn't want to attribute that to him. It wasn't really BM, but it had some spicy moves at the very least. Let's say that. And that means that we have the first 2 winners already determined. That was pretty fast, dude. For 2 best of 3 series, this was over very quick. And our next match, our winner's match, will be Soin versus LawLiet. Bit of a surprise. I would have certainly expected Lin, like most of you, I imagine. But Lin, of course, lost earlier. He's down in the lower bracket. And that means that HawK's next opponent will be Lin. Which is going to be super tough. Lin is incredible against human. We have to pray to the gods for HawK to have a chance. We'll see him later again.